Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you were assigned an equivalent fractions Google Slides that you were to go through and put the answers on correctly. I'm going to go through this because I don't want to do it 3 times tomorrow, and then we'll watch it in class and you can go through it and fix your Google Slides to make sure they're correct. First of all, when we're finding equivalent fractions, equal means they're the same value. The same value, like 4/8 is equal to 1/2. 3/6 is equal to 1/2. So they have to be the same value. So if we start here and we have 25/35, and they've already given us the next denominator. So I need to see, what do I do to 35 to get 7? Well, it's getting smaller, so that means I'm going to have to divide by something. 35 divided by what equals 7? Well, that would be 5. And if I divide the denominator by 5, I must also multiply the numerator by 5. And I want you to think of it like this. So that's kind of looks like a 1, or it's supposed to. I'm dividing something by 1. If I divide it by 1, I don't change the value. So 35 divided by 5 is 7. 25 divided by 5 is 5. So the slide where it says 25/35 equals blank over 7, then it is 5 over 7. This one's a little more difficult. We're not going to do all the math on it, but I can tell you our fraction that equals 1 is 35 over 35. And again, any fraction that has the same numerator and denominator equals 1. So 105 divided by 35 equals 3. 35 divided by 35 equals 1. Okay, 2/7. My new denominator is 21. I don't want to change the value, but 21 is getting bigger, so I'm going to multiply. And I want to multiply by a fraction that equals 1. So 7 times what is 21? 7 times 3 is 21. If I multiply my denominator by 3, I must also multiply my numerator by 3, because any fraction that has the same numerator and denominator equals 1. So 2 times 3 is 6. Now we have 10/28, and I believe the slide here said find something that divides evenly into both and then divide it by that. We already know, using our divisibility rules, what will divide into both 28 and 10. They're both even numbers, so they can both be divisible by 2. 28 divided by 2 is, good, 14. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Here, we're getting bigger, 3 to 12, so that means I'm going to multiply. I'm going to multiply by a fraction that equals 1. 3 times something equals 12. Well, I know, because I'm smart, 3 times 4 equals 12. If I multiply my denominator by 4, I must also multiply my numerator by 4. And 1 times 4 is 4. So 1/3 and 4/12 are the same. As we get the fraction pieces out, we'll start comparing things and you'll see. 7 to 14, we're getting bigger. I gotta multiply by a fraction that equals 1. 7 times 2 is 14. If I multiply my denominator by 2, I must also multiply my numerator by 2, or it changes the value, because 2 over 2 is 1. Then I wouldn't be multiplying by something that equaled 1. 4 times 2 is 8. So 4/7 and 8/14 are equivalent, the same value. If you ate 4/7 of a pizza and your sister ate 8/14 of a pizza, you ate the same amount of pizza. All right, 6/10, and we're going to 5 here. So we're getting smaller. We're using a fraction that equals 1. 10 divided by what equals 5? Obviously 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. 6/10 and 3/5 are the exact same value. If we had a test that had 10 questions and you got 6 correct, it'd be the same thing as having a test that had 5 questions and getting 3 correct. Exact same grade. 9/24, we're going to 8, so we're getting smaller. I need to divide by a fraction that equals 1. 24 divided by 3 equals 8. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So these are the slides that we did from the equivalent fraction slides. And we'll continue practicing equivalent fractions, because those are really important as we continue our fraction unit. Boom, shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you, do some kind today, save the beast. Please subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your friends' neighbors.